Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Bit Attack Airsoft, and today I wanted to do a bit of a follow-up video on my last unboxing of the E&L AK-74UN Essential line. Today we're gonna do a quick video. Well, hopefully it's quick, I have no idea. But we're gonna open up the gearbox. We're gonna see what's in there and whether or not it's worth your time to purchase one of these guns. I happen to think it's a great baseline for upgrades. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go ahead and take some high-speed gears, possibly some 12-to-1s, high torque motor, and see if we can get a pretty good snappy trigger response out of this guy to get it field ready. As it is, out of the box, I don't think it's so great. Really, I want a better trigger response. I like to trigger spam. So let's see if we can achieve that in this video, and stick around for the internal review.
And here it is out of the body, a fully upgradable version 3 gearbox. It comes with a standard E&L 120 motor, which is going to be replaced for a high torque motor in this build. It comes with 9mm steel bushings, which are going to be great for running a stronger spring and a moderate rate of fire. I do like steel bushings. I have had ball bearings which run smoother, but I've had them explode on me in the past, so I'm going to keep the steel bushings. The quick change spring guide system is monumental for making it easier to tech on these guns. I'm never going to go back to having a standard gearbox without the quick change spring guide. And if you're a new player looking for a gun, whether it be an AK, an M4, what have you, try to look for something that has a quick change spring guide. It will make your life way easier when it comes to upgrades and repairs. Trust me. Okay, and it's pretty easy to remove the motor cage and get a closer look at the E&L standard motor, which is supposed to be a good balance between speed and torque. If you take a look at the pinion gear, it looks like rust, but it's actually some of the gear grease from inside of the gearbox. Now, if you're going to make one upgrade to this gun, it should be the motor. I would recommend something more torquey. Of course, you can't go wrong with any of the ASG Infinite motors. Those are a great series of motors, and that's what I'll be putting into this gun. I'll be putting in a high torque motor from ASG. And also realize, since this is a balanced motor, you can see how easy it is to turn the pinion gear. You could sneeze on it and turn it over. It's pretty weak. As we remove the top part of the shell, you'll see how easy it was and nothing exploded out of the gearbox. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it has to me. And that's all thanks to the quick change spring system. Because of that, it just keeps everything in place. Look, I can't stop fawning over that system. I wish every gearbox had it. And after removing the tappet plate, we can get a good look at the compression system of the gearbox, which is quite impressive. Although it doesn't look too fancy, there is a great air seal. This is the best air seal that I've seen for a stock gearbox. And the piston doesn't seem all that great. I don't like the nylon plastic they use. I've had these break on me. They're pretty brittle, but if you don't upgrade the spring, they should last you a long time. It does have a full metal rack. Unfortunately, it does not have ball bearings for your spring either. And the good thing about this nozzle is that it does come with an O-ring, which helps give it that perfect air seal. There's no need to upgrade this part, in my opinion. Leave it. It comes with a pretty standard cylinder head, nothing fancy here, and I don't really see a need to upgrade this part. However, if you want to correct the angle of engagement with your piston, you sure can, but if you see here, it's actually pretty good out of the box, and I don't really see a need to do anything different. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there is a metal tooth removed from the piston to help achieve the corrected angle of engagement. So you don't need to remove it yourself. They've already done it for you. Thanks, E&L. It does have a standard 18-to-1 gear set. Here's a look at the bevel gear, which is covered in some sort of gross looking grease. I'm gonna clean all of this off and apply a new coat of grease myself, but you can tell it's very sticky. I don't like it. I would recommend to clean that off of your gears as soon as possible. Here's the sector gear. If you take a look, it does have a delayer chip, and mine is actually broken. So it appears to be brittle or bent out of shape. Something's wrong, and there were little fragments of it inside of the gearbox that I needed to clean out. Boo. And here's a look at the standard spur gear. Again, that grease. Someone at E&L, you gotta change that. It's gross. Here is part of the delayer chip that broke off of the gear there. I don't know how that happened. This gun has less than 1,000 rounds put through it. It's essentially a brand new gun, and it broke. It's a good thing we caught it now. Something like this could easily get jammed, jam up your gears, strip a piston, something like that. So I'm glad I caught it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and clean out the gearbox and put in our new gears. Okay, and here is our CNC 12-to-1 gears. I'm going to be installing these into the gearbox to get a higher rate of fire. Now, these gears come with some sort of anti-rust coat of grease on there. I would recommend to clean it off as best as you can. You can use just a paper towel to get it off, or some rubbing alcohol before you install these, and re-lubricate them. Remove that old anti-corrosion film off of it. I went ahead and put a link in the description below if you want to purchase these gears for yourself. No sponsorship. I did purchase this out of my own pocket, but if you're looking for this gear set, go ahead and click on the link below. It'll take you straight to airsoftmaster.com. Here it is, gearbox all shimmed, all the gears are in its place. I also installed a SHS delayer chip on the CNC gears, as it didn't come with the delayer chip. You'll have to purchase that separately, or possibly salvage your old one if you're able to, if it's not broken like mine was. Now we'll go ahead and put everything back into the body and do a quick test fire. Another thing you might want to consider is to get some thread locker and apply some of the thread locker to the screws. Because this is going to shoot a little bit faster, it's going to cause a lot more vibration, possibly resulting in some of the screws backing out, and you don't want that. So make sure to apply a light coat of thread locker onto the screws there, and not too much. You don't want to go crazy. A little goes a long way, so just put a little smidgen of thread locker.